Welcome back to another video. On today's video, I wanted to talk about all the tools that you're going to need as a wholesaler in real estate in order to close deals. So this video is going to be very simple. I'm just going to explain the tools that I use and kind of give you guys a little bit of an explanation of which one I like over the other. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I do want to let you guys know that it does depend on your budget. If you're looking for something that's 100% free, this video is probably not going to be for you because a lot of these platforms are going to cost you anywhere from $100 to $50, $50 to $100, anywhere from there. Anyway, make sure you check out all the links in the description because I do have a lot of links there where you guys can kind of get some sort of discounts. So just check that out. Now, let's get straight to the video. I do want to mention before we get to it that it all depends on your budget, is what I'm trying to say. It all depends on that budget that you have. You need to figure out what you can manage every single month and what you can spend every single month on platforms and tools. Okay, because in order to get a deal, it's going to be consistently using this platform for at least 3 months. So you do need money in order to, let things play out and run and close deals. Don't expect to just use the platform for 1 month and then get deals. That's not going to happen. First platform we're going to talk about is Propstream. Now, I know that I made a video about how I'm not going to use Propstream anymore, but I actually am going to still use Propstream because it turns out that if you're in a non-disclosure state, then the comps are not going to be shown for you. But if you're in a regular state that's not non-disclosure, then you can just pretty much use it for comps. So you're good to go. If you don't know what Propstream is, then I'm going to give you a brief explanation of what it is. It's a tool that allows you to see what properties sold for, see comps in the area, see the property's name, the owner's name, information like the mortgage balance, how they bought it. It even allows you to see linked properties, so other properties that the property owner has that they might consider an offer on as well. You have different filters that you can use to create motivated lists that then you're going to take and you're going to skip trace to call them or text them or whatever you want to do to contact the owners. But Propstream is the only tool that I use for creating my lists. So on Propstream, you have so many filters. You have probates, foreclosures, vacant land, vacant properties, zombie properties, which is now I guess like vacant properties or something. You have senior. You can filter out for all these type of things and create a big list that's going to be so juicy and motivated that when you contact them, chances are they are already thinking of selling. So after you got this tool, Propstream is your number one tool. Once you got this tool, you're going to get a list, make it super juicy and motivated. Then you're going to take that list and you're going to skip trace it with batch. So batchleads.io. Have a code if you guys are not already using that platform. Use the code Nataly, Nataly, to get 50% off your first subscription. And this platform is amazing because you can honestly skip trace leads and get good data and good results. I even had virtual assistants. I used to sit for hours a day, 7-8 hours a day, and just call. And I'm telling you right now, I had way better results with skip tracing with batch than I did than paying some guy a $5 or skip tracing with Propstream. Oh my God. Do not skip trace from Propstream, okay? That is the absolute worst data when it comes to giving you numbers. They are horrible. I just recommend that you use batch because I've personally sat down and I've took a notebook and I've tallied up how many wrong numbers were coming up, how many people were actually right. And let me tell you, the ratio from correct numbers to wrong numbers is just way better when you're using batch. A lot of the numbers are going to be the property owner and you're going to get great results with great data. So just use batch. Do not overthink it. Use batch, guys. It's just worth it. If you don't believe me, give it a try and you'll see. Use great data. Now, step 2. Once you got your list from Propstream and you got that great data from batch leads, you want to go ahead and sit down and think, what is my budget? What can I really afford to spend every single month to get deals? If you don't have a lot of money, I recommend that you go and get yourself a dialer, or you're going to take that list and you're going to throw it in your dialer and it's going to keep calling and calling instead of you having to hand dial every single number. A dialer You're going to click campaign, you're going to join the campaign, and then you're going to keep calling people, and you're just going to keep talking to people without having to search up their name, who am I talking to, what number, none of that. None of that. You're just going to sit back, relax, and take calls with the dollar coming in. I recommend you guys use call tools, especially because you're watching this video. I know you're a beginner and you don't know what you're doing, or you're just trying to figure out what platforms work. Don't worry, don't look no more. Call tools is absolutely great for beginners. I have videos about how to set up your campaign, and in 20 to 30 minutes, you can have your campaign fully set up, and you could just start calling right there and then. Boom. The reason I recommend call tools over Mojo or Zen Call is because call tools is very simple, very beginner friendly, and it costs less than the other platforms. I mean, I know money is not the only thing when it comes to trying to, get a good dollar, but call tools is really simple to use. It's not complicated. Zen Call is extremely complicated to use, and it's very expensive because it goes through your list too quickly, and it does need a lot of capital up front for you to get it. You can't pay like $100 a month or something like that. You have to pay up front for 3 months. So Zen Call just not going to be worth it for me personally at the time. Mojo Dialer, I don't use Mojo because they don't allow you to call people individually. So let's say I told Bob I was going to call him back. I can't go on the dial pad and call Bob. It doesn't let me do that. Also, it doesn't let you receive calls from people that you have previously called. So if I'm on the dialer and I'm calling all these people, and Sarah wants to call me back because she sees I left her a voicemail and a missed call, I will not be able to see that call. You will not receive any calls incoming, only the calls that you're giving out and you're calling out. Call tools, you can send text messages. You can even, I think, send emails through there, which is crazy. You can call people one by one if you wanted to, or automatically. You can even receive calls that are coming in, and you can call out to people. So if you're in the middle of a campaign and someone's calling you, returning your call, you'll see that. You'll see their name, their address, and you'll even see a nice little Zillow button in the bottom. So when you do pick up the call, you can click on Zillow and their property will pop up, and you'll be able to have all the information you need at once. That's awesome. So highly recommend call tools for a beginner. Like I said, 20 minutes and you'll be dialing for months and on months and months. Okay, so check the link in the description for call tools. I do have a great discount for you guys that you can only get on that link, so check it out. Okay, now after you got your list, skip trace with batch, and you decided that you don't want to really call people, you don't want to call anyone, and you have a little bit more of a budget, I recommend that you send messages. You can either go to batch leads and get that add-on. That's a $60 a month add-on where you can send messages, or you can try this platform that I love, which is REI Reply. Now, REI Reply is amazing because you get to send sequences. So both batch and REI Reply, you get to send a campaign. In that campaign, it says everyone their first initial message, right? Everyone gets their first initial message. Now the difference is that REI Reply will continue to automatically send messages if they haven't answered to your first one. That's what REI Reply does. That's a sequence. Batch, on the other hand, they will only send that first message and that's it. You have to reply, or you have to send manually another message if they don't reply. And you have to wait 15 days to even create a follow-up message. So REI Reply, once you send your first message to all those people, the people that don't answer will get a second message, and they can even get a voicemail drop. So it'll be as if you called them. You see, that's a lot of power right there. You send them a message, you call them, and boom, boom, boom. A lot of different ways that you're touching base with this one person. Whereas in batch, you're kind of very limited to that. It's not really automated. You get your first messages sent, but that's pretty much it. It's not automated at all. REI Reply comes with SMS, and it also comes with a website and a form builder and a lot of other crazy tools that I cannot even believe that they have. You even have a CRM built with it. So let's just recap everything we talked about in this video so it's not confusing. You got to get a list from Propstream, which Propstream does more than just a list. You also got to skip trace that list using batch leads, After you got that skip trace list, you got to figure out what is your budget and think about it. Like, what can I spend every month? If you're on a budget, like really low, I recommend just get a dialer and call using that dialer. Just sit down. If you have a little bit more money and you don't want to call anyone, I recommend you send messages. You can either use batch leads to send messages and get the add-on. That's another $60 to the $40 skip tracing membership. Or you can get REI Reply, which comes with a lot of different things, and it's only $50 a month. Okay, so it's pretty much up to you. The only difference with these platforms is that Batch does scrub the litigator list when you're calling, and REI Reply does not scrub the litigator list. And some people don't even care about that. Some do. It's really up to you. But I personally would just scrub the litigator list and get like another add-on for REI Reply. But I do think REI Reply is definitely worth it. You get a lot of things, website, forms. You can track a lot of different campaigns. You can buy phone numbers, and you can even call. Yeah, you're listening right. You can call from REI Reply. You can go into your little trackpad and you can put numbers in and you can call seller. So I'm editing the video right now and I'm realizing that I forgot to mention a platform that I use. It's called REI Sift. REI Sift allows you to organize all your lists that you've ever skip traced. So it allows you to even do something called list stacking, which not only does it organize your data, but if you're list stacking it, you'll be able to pull lists and you'll be able to see which sellers have the most motivation. So basically, if there's a seller that is also on the high equity list and on the lien list and on the vacant list, you're going to be able to see that in REI Sift, that they're in multiple lists, meaning they have multiple levels of motivation. And these are the sellers that you should be targeting. So it saves you money, it saves you time, and it saves you money because you're able to see which ones you should target first. And it'll be able to help you basically recycle your list. That way, you can reuse data because it's stacking it up to which is most motivated. Because it's pretty cool because if you're looking to just send a texting campaign, once you upload your list to REI Sift, you'll be able to basically separate the mobile from the landlines. So if you just want to do a texting campaign, you just take your lists that are from the mobile. And if you want to do a calling campaign, you'll take your lists that are just from landline. So it saves you time and money. It's crazy, I know. So make sure you check all the links in the description. Make sure you get all your tools, guys.